Good morning, students. Today I have come with the third chapter of your book, which is prescribed for your study, that is Indian Voices. And the name of the story is Barin Bhaumik's Ailment. Before I tell you something about the story and the summary of the story, I would just like to tell you about the writer, the author, because the author is a well known person, not only as a script writer, but he is famous as a director, producer, screenwriter, composer, graphic designer. Yes, he is Satyajit Ray. Satyajit Ray, as we know from his name, that he belongs to Bengal. He took birth in 1921 in a distinguished family of Kolkata. His grandfather, Upendra Kishore Rai Chaudhary, he was also a well-known children's story writer, and his father Sukumar Roy, who died when Satyajit was just 3, was perhaps Bengal's most famous writer of verse and children's books. That is, the skill of writing, the art of writing was inherited by Satyajit Ray. His grandfather, his father, who died at a very early age when Satyajit Ray was almost 3 years of age, but he had that, I can say that talent, that skill of writing was very much, it flowed through his blood and veins. Satyajit completed his education from Ballygunge Government High School and Presidency College. Presidency College students, I would just like to tell you, it is a well-known name in Kolkata, and people who have studied in Presidency College, they can have the right to boast of studying in such a distinguished institution. So he was in Presidency College, and then before going on to study art at Shanti Niketan. Now, Shanti Niketan again is a name which is such a name, which is such a big name attached to Rabindranath Tagore, and his skill as an artist, his skill as a creative writer got full, I would say, he got an opportunity to bloom at its best. And just because of his, there were so many reasons which led to him as becoming a great person. Was some talent he inherited from his parents, grandparents. Then he studied in a well-known college, that is Presidency College, and his attachment to Shanti Niketan, or later on when he admitted himself in Shanti Niketan, that was all which cumulated and made him such a talented artist. And he had a great passions for films and Western classical music. Starting his career as a commercial artist in 1943, and this continued up to 1956, he was later drawn into filmmaking. And he was such a great filmmaker that his first film, it is really, it is a big achievement for a budding artist when his first film, that is Pathed Panchali, it won him international acclaim. He directed 37 films, including feature films and documentaries. Satyajit Ray was awarded an honorary doctorate by Oxford University in 1978, the Dada Sahab Phalke Award in 1985, and the Legion of Honor by the President of France in 1987. The government of India conferred on him the highest civilian award, and that is Bharat Ratna. Just before his death on April 23, 1992, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Science awarded Ray an honorary Oscar for lifetime achievement. So we can just see that there were so many reputed awards attached to his name, as he not only he got a recognition in his country, but he got an international acclaim for his talent, for his extraordinary skill of writing, directing, composing, and lot many things. Though he was best known as a filmmaker of international stature, he also made a significant contribution to children's literature in Bengali. Bengali was his mother tongue, and as I already told you, that he inherited the art of story writing, especially for children, from his grandfather and his father, and therefore he wrote many stories in Bengali. Most of his fiction was written for teenage children, but he became popular with adults also. The best part of his stories are they are very uncomplicated and entertaining. And also, his stories have a language which is very simple, very clear, warm, and direct. He wrote detective stories also, science fiction also, adventure stories also, but remarkably, he was known for his art of filmmaking. In 1988, the first collection of his detective stories featuring Feluda appeared in English translation and immediately became popular. A number of those stories have been made into films. I just want to add one more thing to it is that you must have heard about Premchand's famous story Shatranj Ke Khiladi, and that was also directed by Satyajit Ray. So Satyajit Ray, he was a man who was a bundle of talents, who had so many things to do, and in every field he proved his excellence. Now, this story, Baran Bhomik's ailment, this is somehow a different story in its, I can say, in its texture, in its plot, and everything. Because, as we know, the title of the story is Baran Bhomik's ailment. Now, this ailment has something which is mysterious, and the ailment is a peculiar type of disease which is called kleptomania. He was a now story begins with the character Baran Bhomik, who is a renowned singer and who suffered in his early years from a disease called kleptomania. Kleptomania is a thing that is we can say it is a disease related to stealing something. You can't. This is all psychological, and if you see something, you don't need also that thing, but just because you are suffering from the particular disease, you tend to steal. So that was the disease, and he was suffering from it. 9 years before, while traveling on a train, he had stolen a Swiss clock from a co passenger called Mr. Pulak Chakravarti. As we all know, with the name, that the story has the background of the story somewhere in Kolkata, or the characters are Bengali characters. Now, he just stole by chance because he was suffering from that disease, and it is a matter of coincidence that though he never expected to see Mr. C again. But one day he found himself traveling again with him in the same coach. This was a terrific experience for him. He was not at all prepared. He was thinking that now, once he had stolen, he will never meet the person. But the again, the instances occurred like that, that the co-passenger, Mr. Pulak Chakravarti, he was traveling with him, and this made Baran very nervous. Finally, he could not bear it anymore, so he thought of confessing his guilt to Mr. C and returned the clock to him. Pulak was dumbstruck, but Baran now felt happy and relieved because the guilt which he was carrying for last 9 years have now got the chance to be revealed, and he got out of it. He could sing in his normal voice again. He was a singer, and just because of this guilt, he felt that something obstructed his throat and something obstructed his singing, the talent of singing. The story has another, I can say, abrupt end, or we can say another coincidence occurs in a story which was really unexpected, not only from the point of view of readers but also from the point of view of a character, the main character, the hero in the story. Because when later he reached Delhi and he rang up his cousin and told everything about Mr. Pulak, he came to know that Pulak himself suffered from kleptomania, and he had not been cured also, and as a result the shocking revelation come to him when he opened his luggage and he found so many things missing from Baran's luggage. So this is how the story comes to an end, which is which is very entertaining, a lot of suspense, lot of I can say ups and downs, because he was feeling the upheaval. The character was very much in trauma, but the end was so unexpected that he never thought the person, the co-passenger with whom he traveled 9 years before and whose things he had stolen, himself was suffering from same disease, and as a matter of fact, he also stole lot many things from his luggage. So this is how we come to an end of the story, and this is what happens. In my later lectures, I would just take one by one the story in detail, and I would like to throw light on different aspects of the story. So that is all for today. Have a nice day. Bye bye.